कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Bharata, after having known that his mother had planned a vicious attack on the Ikshvakukulam by coaxing Dasharatha to grant boons and thereby sending Rama on an exile for 14 years, he wanted to do a prayaschittam, an emancipation for the sins which he was indirectly responsible for. That's how he felt. He now decided that he had to fetch Rama back to Ayodhya, hand over the administration of Ayodhya back to Rama. So he started with his brother Shatrughna, with Kulaguru Vasishtha, with all the ministers, with the Sainyam, Ratha, Gaja, Turaga, Padadi Sainyam, with the Rajamatas. They all left Ayodhya on a sojourn to find where Rama was and bring him back to Ayodhya. So, this journey of Bharata and Shatrughna to the place where Rama was is similar in lines to the journey taken by Rama with Lakshmana alongside Sita from Ayodhya to where he is. So, if Rama has moved from point A to point B, Bharata Shatrughna also have to do that. There Rama and Lakshmana did that. Here Bharata and Shatrughna are doing. So they have to trace the same path. So tracing the same path, they come across Shringiverapuram, where Nishadana Neta, the hunter tribe's leader called Guha, who was also deployed in having many vehicles, which is the boats, was living. So Guha mentions to his huntermen, Bharta chaiva sakha chaiva ramo dasharathir mama tasyartha kama sannadha ganganu vetratishthata. Listen, all of you, Rama is my best friend. He is my Lord. So as such, he used to keep telling that Rama was his Lord. After having met Rama, he realizes the Saushilya Bhava, that Mahato Mandai is a Nirandrena Svabhavaha, the accessibility of Rama to his devotees. So, if his love was 100, it increased to 100 power 100, something like that. So, his love had magnified for Rama the moment he met Rama. So, he was telling that proudly to his men. But standing with his tribal men on one side of the flowing Ganga, the Ganges, on one side while he was standing, the other side he noticed this army approaching. So he saw two men, one dark and the other one fair, both of them approaching the other side of Ganga. So this conversation of Guha with his tribal men, later the conversation of Guha with Bharata, the conversation of Sumantra with Bharata, later Bharata with Guha. So this combination, though it occurs in Valmiki's Ramayanam in Sanskritam and it is found in most other transcreations of the Ramayana, in my humble opinion, the verses produced from the pen of Kamban in the Tamil language stands out. It is at a very, very different level, and this particular segment is worth reading in Tamil. So, what if we are not Tamil speaking? What if we do not understand Tamil? That way we don't understand any language. So forget Tamil. So how many of us can claim that we are the children and the grandchildren of Panini, the great grammarian? No. We are neither related to Panini or Patanjali. We are not related to Tulsidas. We are not related to Kumaravyasa and Kumara Valmiki. We are not related to Tunjattu Ramanuja Eluttachan. We are not related to Kamban. All we can do as Astikas is to appreciate. Remember, learning and appreciating Indian languages can happen only when you do not show disgust towards any languages. For the people living in the south, you should never ridicule the languages of the north. Learn the literature of the north. People living in the north, do not say that I can never learn a South Indian languages. Today is the day where you learn Mandarin, you learn Greek, you learn Latin. I am sure the Indian languages are much easier, more accessible, more comprehensible, in fact more enjoyable than any of the Western languages. We don't have to look only at the professional perspective. Well, if I learn Greek, so what? Nothing is going to happen. If you learn probably all the South Indian languages, you'll be professionally better qualified because a lot of the companies in the IT sector, in the biotech sector are in the south of India. If I have to go to the north of India and live, I'm sure that Hindi will be of a huge help. So, learning languages is a beautiful art. If you can't learn languages, you will never be able to appreciate the Bhakti literature in Sanatana Dharma. That said, so I'm going to read out the verses of Valmiki's Ramayanam in Sanskritam. Equivalently, I will be talking about the verses of Kamba Ramayanam in Tamil. I'm sure with my little eloquence, I will try explaining the nuances of the Tamil verses, but these verses are beautiful. Here, Guha tells us tribal men. See, those people who are coming outside, see, he forms an opinion about the opposite army. Just because an army is coming, an army need not come only to fight. We have seen in various parts of our Indian history that Indian armies have been deployed. I'm not talking about the Indian army today. 1,000 years before, the Indian army of one of the regions in the south dug earth and created a man-made lake. Today, that is the huge water source. So, army can be deployed for public purposes as well, not always for fighting. So, he forms an opinion, Guha, he forms an opinion about the approaching army that they have come to attack Rama. They have been led by warriors to kill Rama. Why? Why should he form opinion? Those army people have not told that we have come to kill Rama. Why? Remember, this is the fallout of hero worship. When you keep worshipping one person, when you keep regarding the person so high, then what will happen is, people who are equally talented, people who are equally good, you may not be able to recognize their talent. Simple. So their love for Rama was so much, which is good. Rama Bhakti is good. But if there is Bhagavad Bhakti and there is no Bhagavata Bhakti, you have love for God and no love for devotees, it won't serve the purpose. You have love for Rama, but I have no love for Bharata, what purpose will it serve? So he started forming opinion about the approaching army. He told the men around him, எலியலாம் இப்படை அரவம் யான் என ஒலிவுலாம் சேனையை உவந்து கூவினான் வலிவுலாம் உலகினில் வாழும் வழ்வுகிற புலியலாம் ஒரு வழி புகுந்த போலவே. Oh my men, come gather, come closer to me. Do you see an army in front of us coming on the other side of Ganga? I'll tell you. The army that comes there is just like the army of rats. Eliyelam ippadai, they are like rats. Aravam yanyana, I am the hissing cobra. I can eat away all of them and stop them from troubling Rama. See, this is called being opinionated. For no reason, he started disliking the opposite person. You also call it prejudice, right? On the other side, the army slows down its pace because they are reaching Ganga. Ganga is wide. flowing waters, very, very fast flowing waters. So imagine you're listening to the sound of the flowing waters of the Ganga. On the other side, the army stops its pace, stops. Sumantra, the charioteer, come minister to Dasharatha, is guiding Bharata and Shatrughna in the same direction in which Rama had gone, because he was the one who dropped them by the side of Ganga. Now, Sumantra knows who the person opposite is. Bharata may have not known. So, Bharata asks Sumantra, I see somebody standing opposite me. He looks like a person belonging to tribal community. It seems like he's one of the hunters. Do you know of him? Can you please tell me a few words about him? Now, Sumantra has to introduce Guha, who's standing on the opposite side of Ganga, to Bharata. This is where the Tamil poet Kamban deserves a gold medal studded with diamonds. The description goes like this. Gangairu karai vodayar. To this flowing waters of Ganga, hey Bharata, there are two sides. There is a shore on the other side, there is a bank of Ganga on one side, and this side there is another bank. To these two stretches of the banks of river Ganga, flowing water Ganga, I can proudly say, confidently say, he owns it. Gangai irukkarai udayan. Besides this, he is deployed or he is employed as the head of the boatsman. Because when you have flowing waters, you will have lot of people coming from this side to the other side, from the other side to this side. So you need to have boats that keep going this way and that way, and you need trained boatsmen. He is the leader of the boatsmen. Kanakkiranda navayan. Navu in Tamil means padagu, which is boat. So, Nav means boat. So, you have many kshetras. There is one kshetram, a place of immense importance called Tirunavaya in Kerala. Nav means padagu, which is boat. People who are employed in protecting the country on the waters. You have sea waters, right? So, they live in the ships, submarines and protect the country. Nav is padagu, boat. So, since they are deployed in that, the word navy came into picture. Nav is boat. From Nava came navy, which is you have the boat system. So, here we have Sumantra telling Bharata, Kanakkirandana. There are innumerable boats under his possession. So, the two banks of river Ganga is owned by him. He has got innumerable boats under his possession. Now, see, all these descriptions don't matter to Bharata. Bharata has left the huge Ikshvaku dhanam that he had got, saying that I won't rule, I want only Rama. So, if you keep talking about material possession, he owns these two banks, real estate is under him, he has got many boats, what purpose will it serve? Gangairu karai udayan. Bharata doesn't react. Kanakkirandana. He's got many boats. Bharata doesn't react. Then Sumantra changes course. Ungal kulanadarku uyir tunaivan. To your dear brother, who's the scion of the Ikshvaku race, he is his best friend. That is when Bharata's eyes blossom like a lotus. To this blossomed eyes of Bharata, what is the next description he has to give? Next episode. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a two-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.